Hi, today we're going to show you how to do a purchase order and a purchase order requisition online in the employee portal. A purchase order requisition is essentially a placeholder for a future item you might need that you don't have a vendor quite yet for. We're going to do this in the front page of your employee portal. Everything's found in the field tools icon up here. You'll notice you have these three items to choose from: purchase order dashboard, purchasing agent, and new PO requisition. We'll start off in the PO dashboard. The PO dashboard is a place essentially where you can see all of your pending stuff, your PO requisitions, and also your process purchase orders. And this is user specific page, so only the stuff that you've created will live here. To start, we're going to go ahead and create a purchase order. We'll drop down to the second icon here, and then we'll create a new item. And you have the option here to create a new purchase order or a PO requisition. In this example, we'll do a purchase order. We're going to do the header first, which is essentially who we're going to be buying it from and what we're going to be buying. So in this example, we'll buy some 2x4s, and we'll buy it for, let's say, in the stucco bathroom. We'll come down here and assign it a job. And we'll go ahead and give it a vendor here, and we'll assign it a purchase order number here. The purchase order number is essentially the first 5 digits of the job plus a sequence number. So this will be the second purchase order on the job. Now we'll add the line item detail, essentially the items we're going to be buying. So in this example, we're buying 2x4s, so we'll put this to our, we'll put this to our framing phase. It's going to default in for job cost type 2 materials. We're not going to use the material field. Material field is essentially for companies who keep and store inventory and track inventory. So we're not going to use that field, so don't put anything in that field there. This pulls down from the top description. This is what we're buying. And we'll change this to how we're buying it through our purchase order. So if we're buying it as a lump sum, we'll use that. But in this example, we're going to buy 100 2x4s. And let's say the unit cost is, and then over here is where we could add the ship to address, or we could also add any notes into the line item here. Once we're done with that, we'll go ahead and hit save. We can also add any attachments here like spec sheets, anything related to this item here. Once we're all complete here and it all looks good, then we're going to hit submit PO. And that'll take us back to the purchase order dashboard page. And there's our purchase order. In order to print this out, we would come here and then print, and that'll create a PDF down here for us. And there's our finished purchase order. We didn't have a ship to address in the job. We could have added one on the fly here if we needed to. This will default in from the job, but we didn't have one in there, so we'll do that. Next, we're going to go ahead and create a purchase order requisition. Once again, this is more of a placeholder for materials that we're going to be buying. We just haven't assigned it to a vendor just yet. So let's call this one doors, and let's make this one also for in the stucco bathroom. And we'll go ahead and add a job here. And we'll go ahead and pick out 2 doors. Now we don't have to enter input values here, so we don't need dollar values at this point because we haven't assigned it to a vendor just yet. So we'll do that when we go ahead and create the purchase order. But as of now, we'll leave this way it is. We can also do things once again like add notes or addresses. We can also actually add costs here, but in this example, we won't add costs until we actually go create the purchase order. So we'll save that. And then now we can go, you'll see it on our PO dashboard as a requisite. We'll see that right here. And then now let's go ahead and create a purchase order. We're going to come up here to the field tools and then go to purchasing agent. And we'll see our requisition right there. And now we're going to create the purchase order and go ahead and assign that to a vendor. Let's find our door vendor. We'll go ahead and enter the job in there. Nothing's changed there. And once again, we can enter in a shipping address here. Like I say, if we had it on the project level, it would default in right here. And then here's where we're going to enter in our cost for those doors. We'll go ahead and create the purchase order. And then we can come back to our PO dashboard. And now we'll see the PO we just created, number 3 for our doors. And then we can go ahead and print that out as well. And there we go. Some things to keep in mind when you're creating purchase orders and PO requisitions. If you do need to make changes of any kind, those have to be done in Vista. And also too, the vendor has to be there for you. So we'll need, if it's a new vendor, you'll need to push that through to accounting so they can create the new vendor. And that's how you create PO purchase orders and PO requisitions through the employee portal.